Not bad at all. Shall we? Wow. I think ChatGPT might be right. 2 weeks ago, against the advice of ChatGPT, we stuffed our chicken with puff pastry and we ended up with the crispiest chicken this channel has ever seen. Of course, today, we listen to ChatGPT. We'll do the same shebang, undressing the bird and adding a layer of phyllo pastry. Let's do it. Well, you know the drill by now. We gently undress the bird. Move the wings, move the excess skin, on we go. Separating the skin from the flesh gently. There are enough videos of me doing this, so we're just gonna do a really fast cut. If you want detailed instructions of how to do it, you can watch it here. When you have to undress your bird like this, you really know which butcher is your friend and which is not. Very clean wing drum. Alright, wings are done. Let's go. Now we have a beautifully undressed bird. Once again, we take the opportunity to remove the wishbone because we can. Now we're ready for the phyllo pastry. Of course, we're using store-bought phyllo pastry. I have no pastry game whatsoever. Taking lesson from last time, we're going to shape it a bit better. If this is your first time watching this series, just bear in mind that each episode we're exploring one particular item and its net effect. So yes, if I were cooking this as a dish, we would salt it, leave it in the fridge for up to 3 nights. We would use baking powder, gelatin, amongst other things that we've done in previous episodes. But today we want to see the net effect of the phyllo pastry. So we'll do just the phyllo pastry alone. Now, this is significantly thinner than the puff pastry, which of course would minimize the probability of this being soggy. On the flip side, not absorb as much moisture as the puff pastry did. So let's see which side of the coin we want to be on. And just like last time, we'll include the legs. This is extremely thin. I suspect will serve our purpose well. We just have to be extremely careful when putting the skin back on. I would almost prioritize one side over the other. In this case, the top side over the back. Because the back's yummy anyway. Put this in. Just a bit of water here to help it gel better. Otherwise there's no hope. Alright, now, like I said, extremely careful. I suppose as careful as one can be. Perfect. Now, let's roast some chicken. Once again, we have a preheated oven at 250 Celsius and a tray already hot. This will help to even the cooking between the dark meat and the breast. We add a bit of neutral high smoke point oil to help the chicken get started. Phyllo pastry chicken goes in and we cook it until the thickest part of the breast hits 60 degrees Celsius. I'll see you then. Alright, after about 35 minutes and an insane amount of smoke, our chicken's ready, and I apologize for the noise. Yep. Well, it looks crispy. We'll give it 10 minutes to rest, and we'll carve. I'll see you then. Alright, after about 10 minutes, let's do this. Oh, wow. Not bad at all. Shall we? Wow. I think ChatGPT might be right. This is crispy all round. Thanks. Of course, my major concern was whether the reduced thickness would be sufficient to absorb most of the moisture, like the puff pastry did, to allow the skin to be crispy. I think that's a resounding yes. Let's see. Almost need a bread knife, not yet. So, very, very thin layer between the skin and the flesh now. Still, I would say slightly soggy, but let's taste the overall product. I would go as far as saying the phyllo pastry is undetectable on the palate. Of course, visually, you see these soggy sponges here and there, but they took on all the moisture of the chicken, which means they also took on all the flavors of the chicken. And the skin is just criminally crispy. Between this and the puff pastry, I would say this one wins hands down. And through some refinements, using some of the tips we previously had, I think this could be the crispiest whole roasted chicken. But of course, like I said many times on this series, the pursuit will never stop, and I'm sure we'll have another episode very, very soon. But this is incredible. This is phyllo pastry, crispy skin, whole roasted chicken. I really, really, really hope you enjoy. So good.